episode number 10. Feels like we just started this. It's already episode number 10. What's up, JT? What's up, Noah? How we doing? Another rough loss for the Flyers yesterday. It feels like we're a broken record. That was painful to watch on Saturday. Curtis, I couldn't agree more. I don't even know where to begin. I don't. I don't know where to begin. I'm sick of this. I'm really sick of it, man. I'm truly sick of it. 6 in a row. Joe, how we doing? Got the entire organization. I would be fine with almost any player on the team being traded. Almost any player. Zegers, Forster, and Cates and Vladar are the four guys that I'd want to protect. If anybody else got traded, I wouldn't be upset. Joe, sorry to hear that your brother probably was giving you a hard time. Ugh. Got a bunch of Ranger fans in my comments section. Ugh, it's the worst. I hate losing to that team. Ugh, it's the worst. There's nothing worse. It's absolutely disgraceful. It's possible we lose the next 3 games too. It could become a 9-game losing streak. It is. It probably will happen. He just got a lot of middle fingers from me. That's fair. Ugh, man, I can't stand that team. Yeah, the next 3 games are tough. Who do we play? We got Utah. We got the Avalanche. And who else? Is it Vegas? It might be Vegas. You guys can let me know. I forget. Yeah, Vegas. Yeah. Yeah, those are not easy games, to say the least. And we've already lost 6 in a row, 5 in a row in regulation. All of them, I think all of them by at least 3 goals. At least. Maybe more, most of them. Flyers doing the same thing they do every year. Yep. Good. We need to lose as much as possible. No offense to you, Jeff, but that no. I I'm so sick and tired of people saying that we need to keep losing. We've been losing for decades. I'm sick of it. We don't need to keep losing. We need to start winning hockey games. I am sick and tired of it. We do not know. We don't need to keep losing. I'm sick and tired. I'm sick and tired of that. No offense to you, Jeff. Not mad at you at all. You're allowed to freedom of speech. You're allowed to say whatever you want in the chat. Not mad at you. I'm mad at the team. So don't think that I'm taking my anger out on you. I'm sick and tired of people saying this kind of stuff because we have been losing for so long that the fact when people say, "Oh, it's good when we lose so we can get a better draft pick." What have we done with the high draft pick in the last 30 years? What have we done with a high draft pick? Madeline says, "I know we need to continue to be patient, but I'm so tired of it." I'm not patient anymore. I'm not patient anymore. I haven't been patient for a while now. I'm sick of it. I want this team to make the playoffs. I want this team to win a Stanley Cup. Literally, little over a week ago, I was on this show on episode 3, episode 4, saying, you know, oh, why can't this team make a run in the playoffs? Why not? Now they're not even going to make the playoffs. What up, bro? Remember 2010? Yeah, that's hilarious. Um, Flyers don't develop players. Look at Michkov. That wasn't the Flyers' fault. That's on Michkov, and he's having a horrible season. I'm tired of people defending him as well. They have such little talent. I agree, Jeff. I couldn't agree more. They have this much talent on this team. When other teams in the playoffs have this much talent, we're right here with talent. Fourth line is atrocious. The third line is atrocious. Tippett is Tippett can't hit the net. He can't hit the net. Every scoring chance he has, he shoots into the corner of the boards. So sick of it. And the injuries aren't helping either. You're right, Madeline. They're not. But it's not like we have Wayne Gretzky and Connor McDavid hurt. It's, as much as I like Brink and Forster, we should be able to adjust without them. You know what I mean? Forster's probably my favorite player on the team, but I mean, he's good, but we should be able to win a hockey game without him. Same with Brink. It's a disgrace. They need to tank the right way. They've been tanking for 5 years. They have been losing for at least 5 straight years. Now is the time where you got to start being better. You got to at least try to win hockey games eventually, not just do it for half a season and then fall apart. Tanking isn't getting the 14th pick. Yeah, but if this team got the a top last year, they were bad and they didn't even get a top 5 pick because we got screwed in the lottery. So yeah, the goaltending is like watching a JV hockey team. I mean, Kolosov led in a wrist shot from the blue line yesterday. It's a joke. 3 shots, 3 goals. I mean, the game was over after 3 shots. It was a joke. Absolute joke. They need to do a few more seasons. No, they don't. No, they need to start winning hockey games. It was never like this. The Flyers were never a losing organization. I don't know if some of you are new fans or you just don't get the winning ways that the Flyers used to be. That's fine, not judging you, but you need to understand the Flyers were never an organization that would be known for rebuilding or losing for multiple seasons in a row. They were never like that. 70s, back to back cups. 80s, they went to the cup multiple times. 90s, they were good every year. They made it to the cup in 97. 2000s, they were good almost every year. 2010s, they made the cup in 2010. They made the playoffs every other year. Now in the 2020s, since 2020, we haven't made the playoffs and we've stunk every year. Are we kidding? It's a joke. Can we get Danny Briere to dress again? I would love that. I'd take him over anybody on the third or fourth line. They had a 5 year non-playoff drought in the 90s. Well, they also made a Stanley Cup in the 90s. I know they didn't win the Stanley Cup, but they got there at least. Blow it up? Yeah, let's blow it up for the third time in the last 6 years. Let's blow it up. That makes sense. And we're relying on Luchenko and Nesbitt to be something while they look trash. Yeah, because every this is my that helps my point though. Because every time we tank or we rebuild and we get a Luchenko, Nesbitt, I'm not willing to put Michkov in there yet just because he's having one bad year. I'm not willing to call him a bust yet, but it's not looking good. But these guys that we're drafting, Cutter Gauthier, didn't even want to play for us. It's a joke. I don't know if this guy knows ball. Well, you don't use a ball in hockey, so at least I know that. They have never embraced a full rebuild. What have we been doing the last 5 years? What have we been doing? Yeah, we took Zegers just fine. Why can't we go and trade for somebody else? It's the best trade we made in my lifetime. Bruins fan here always had a soft spot for the Broad Street Bullies. I appreciate that. Thank you. Picking 5 to 11 range is not a full rebuild. I disagree. There's 32 teams. If you have the sixth pick, you're rebuilding. They were looking really good until Forster got hurt. I agree. Martone better be a dog whenever he starts playing. I agree. They're trying to win now. They still don't even have a number one center. Then go out and get one. What are we waiting for? They need to tear it down completely and get multiple top 3 picks. No, we don't. Colton, how we doing? Whose house? Rams house. Yes, sir. I know everyone's gonna be mad that I'm a Rams fan, but it's okay. I think my man needs to find a way to get out of Sean's contract. Yeah, I mean, that was a horrible contract. And it's not even like we what was I saying? I just lost my train of thought. It's not even like Coots was I always liked Coots, I still do. He's our captain, but I never understood the contract he got because he's it's not like he's like you know, one of the best centers in the league. Everyone's saying that we need to trade Coots. Who's going to take that contract? I don't think we'd be able to trade him if he was making $1 million, let alone 7 million. If we can trade for Zegers, there's no reason we can't trade for good center. Noah, you're 100% correct. I couldn't agree more. He was always bad there, stuck on the one time he shut down Malkin. Went down 3-1 yesterday. There was the energy line that was on the coach. We unloaded contracts to Phoenix by sending picks. Yeah, but we got nothing, and that set us back. I mean, look how Gostisbehere's doing now after we traded him. He's a great player. Only thing good about the Flyers is the mascot. I disagree. Oh man. Right, you get nothing but shift Coots money to Zegras. What? Oh. I don't think anyone's gonna take Coots, guys. And Coots isn't even that old, but he looks like he's 45 out there because of his back injury, which is why I don't blame him for the way he's playing. He plays hard, he tries. So I can't I can't hate on the guy. By the way, there's 36 people watching. If you guys could all give me a follow, if you're a Flyers fan or just a hockey fan in general, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you. If you're not already following, thank you, Molly. Really appreciate it. Do you accept Rangers fan followers? I do not. What's up, Nick? Let's go, Mammoth. Wow, we got a Mammoth fan in here. We play you guys soon. Miles, thank you for the follow. If you guys could all follow, there's 40 people in here. If you guys could all follow, I'd greatly appreciate it. Love talking hockey and love talking Flyers with you guys. Need multiple top 3 picks. Yeah, someone said way too many Rangers fans at the game yesterday in Philly. Here's my take on that. Normally, my answer to that is you could take over the stands, we'll take over the scoreboard. But I am sick and tired of teams coming in here that are local and they're like a good amount. There's a good amount of fans. It used to be 15 years ago when I was a little kid. You you don't go to a Flyers game if you're not a Flyers fan, and if you do, keep your head on a swivel. And you would be like one of like 2 or 3 fans there of the opposing team. Now, people are way too comfortable to come into our arena. If this was, I know I wasn't alive for the Spectrum, but if this was the Spectrum, there would be no more that you could count on one hand how many Rangers fans would be at that game. And the game would be sold out because they used to sell out all the time from the 60s up until like 2015. They sold out every single game, including standing room. Now this team is just soft. I'm sorry, I said it. They got 4,000 less fans at the games. They don't do the God bless America before big games anymore. It's my whole childhood, man, and I'm sick of it. We traded Pronger's contract, trade Coots as possible, not arguing, we're all fans. I hope they do. I just don't know if that's going to work. Hats fired, thank you. Boston owns Philly. A lot of teams own us right now, so it was probably 50-50 Flyers fans, Rangers fans. That's disgusting. That's a disgrace. That's a disgrace, Joe. It is, right? You would agree with me on that. We haven't had a big game. Why not do it yesterday? That was a big game to me. Anaheim was our Stanley Cup. Yeah, and that's not good. So I'm a new Flyers fan. What jersey should I buy? I would get an old player. Unless the only current player I would get is Zegras because I think they're going to extend him. But if you're going to get an old player, maybe Giroux, Danny Briere, Simon Gagne, Zach Ronaldo, um, Bernie Parent, Bob Clark, Bill Barber, Tim Kerr, Mark Recchi. I know I'm throwing a lot of names at you, but I'm just saying whatever comes to mind. If I could pick one jersey for you to get, I'll go Danny Briere because he's our GM now and he also played for us. So go Danny Briere, number 48. Yager Flyer sweater goes hard. He was only Flyer for a year though, right? Only 1 year. Go Bernie, he's a legend. Yeah. Our Flyers are cooked. Yeah. Went to school with Danny's kid. That's crazy. Was thinking Giroux, but don't want to be basic. I guess not saying it is, but everyone has one. I mean, I have a Giroux jersey from when I was younger. I don't have one that fits me right now, actually. My favorite Flyers player of all time is Zach Ronaldo. He was the last true Broad Street bully. That dude would put his life on the line for that team. He would, if you asked him to suit up right now and play on the fourth line instead of Delorier or Hathaway, he would. And he'd probably be better. Tockett, it's a good choice. It's like we're only playing with three lines. Our fourth line is non existent. Yeah, that's very true. Bobby Brink lover says, notice how the Flyers are 0-6 since Bobby Brink been hurt. Yeah, it's true. It's very true. Maybe he's the missing piece. Yeah, it's frustrating, guys. I don't know. I don't know. It's really frustrating. I What's our current draft spot? I don't know what our current draft spot is. Well, it's probably like somewhere in the middle. It wouldn't be good, but we still wouldn't make the playoffs. So 14, yeah. So it's like the worst spot to be in. It's the worst spot to be in, honestly. We're gonna pick 14, watch. Yeah, probably. I hate how Pittsburgh owns us. When you were a kid, they couldn't win in the Spectrum. When I was a kid, they couldn't win in their home arena against us. That was Pittsburgh was like our second home arena when I was little. Now we can't beat them. It's a joke. Crosby used to do what Gauthier would do. He was just soft. He didn't want to fight anybody. Now he just scores 2 goals every time he plays us. I ran the lottery simulator and took a few times. So I got fourth overall. I'm gonna be honest. I said this earlier, and I'm not being angry at you or your comment. I'm angry at the situation they're in. So don't take any of this personally. But I do not care if they have the fourth overall pick. I don't care. I want them to win a damn hockey game. That's what I want. Sorry, I don't mean to sound rude, but I'm furious with this team. I like Lauren Hart and Kate Smith. I agree. Dude, that would if they made the playoffs, which they're not going to this year, but if they did and they made the playoffs and their first home playoff game in 8 years, they played God Bless America sung by Lauren Hart and Kate Smith, I would start bawling my eyes out. I would. I'd literally start crying. Do you think this core wins the Stanley Cup? Not the way the team is right now. No, absolutely not. There need to be a lot more changes before they win a cup. They don't have enough talent. And I'm kind of tired of Flyers fans pretending that like we have a young core that's going to win a Stanley Cup. We need to make changes. It's a hard pill to swallow, but we won't start winning without elite talent. Time to tank. No, we cannot tank. We tanked for 5 years. 5 years. Where do you get talent? Trade for it. Make a trade. Make a move for once. They've made one good trade in my life, and it was for Zegers. They've made one good trade. Look at San Jose. I get that, but they did it the right way. We've sucked for 5 years and we've got nowhere. So you want to just do that again? It's not going to work. We haven't drafted well in forever. Forever. Even our best draft pick of all time was Bobby Clark. That was 50 something years ago. Flyers Caps might have a trade soon. Where'd you hear that, Kenny? We need centers and goalies. Yes, we do. Nolan Patrick was a good pick at the time. At the time, and obviously it wasn't his fault because of injuries, but how did that end up? That was the second overall pick. And what did that do for us? We needed the Giroux goes forward check power play back. I 100% agree. That was my dominant Flyers power play. Why did I leave Mayor Media? Oh my gosh. There's no beef with me and Mayor Media. Just that's all I'm gonna say. It was just I wanted to make my own content. That's all. You guys deserve a good team since Flyers fans are diehard. Thank you. And it's actually sad because some of us aren't diehards, but pretend to be. It's like they only care about the Flyers when the Eagles are out and the Phillies are out. And when I was younger, it used to be the Flyers were the team in Philadelphia. The Eagles sucked, the Phillies sucked, the Sixers sucked, and the Flyers were like the Broad Street, not the Broad Street Bullies, but you get what I'm saying. And now it's the Flyers are the fourth most popular team in Philly. Every person I talk to that's like a Philly sports fan is like, "Oh, I like the Eagles. Yeah, go Birds, but like I don't really follow hockey." That would have never happened 15 years, literally only 15 years ago. That would have never happened. That people would say, "Oh, I like Philly sports, but I don't really follow hockey." So I guess the Flyers. What do you mean you guess? You're a Flyers fan or you're not? They're always going to be number one for me. Me too. Me too. Been to like 6 Super Bowls in the last 30 years, the Eagles. They haven't been good every year, but the Flyers were better than the Eagles in the early 2010s. The Eagles hadn't won a Super Bowl until 2018. And I'm not dissing the Eagles. They're a good team, but I'm just saying. You're right. Philly hockey was the top priority. It was, yeah. Flyers got lucky in the 2010 season. Incorrect. You don't get lucky and make the playoffs. That's the one sport where you can't get lucky and make the Stanley Cup. You can get lucky and make it to the NBA Finals. You can get a little lucky and make the Super Bowl. You can get a little lucky and make the World Series. You can't get lucky and make the Stanley Cup. That's not how it works. You don't get lucky and beat a team 4 times and then get lucky and beat another team 4 times and then get lucky and beat another team 4 times and make the Stanley Cup and be an overtime goal away from forcing Game 7. You don't get lucky doing that. It was a miracle, sure, but that doesn't mean it was lucky. They got in on a shootout in the last game of the year, but they won the shootout, so that's not luck. That's good for them. They won. Hockey fell off here because we got soft and need Prime Wayne train back. I couldn't agree more. I could not agree more. Couldn't agree more. I'm sick and tired of it. It's very, very frustrating, guys. At least Dvorak got his 5-year extension. I don't mind that contract. They got to start paying guys eventually. Was it a bit of an overpay? Maybe, but got to pay him eventually. If we can't score, we have to start playing like the bullies again. They start playing like that when they're down like 4 goals, and they'll start getting physical. But then they'll get stupid penalties. So everybody's saying the Dvorak contract isn't good because they think he has to be our number one center because he got paid. But just because he got paid doesn't mean he'll be our number 3 center in 3 years. We could get other good centers. Him signing that contract doesn't guarantee it doesn't. I'm assuming it doesn't say on the contract you will be our number one center for the next 5 years. Here's $5 million. We have to beat them up and then start playing hockey. Yeah. Where do these centers come from? Make moves. Make a trade. Go out and spend money in free agency. We haven't done that my whole life. Zegers is the only good trade we've made. Fire Tockett. Wow. Already? Number one centers don't ever be on the market. That's not necessarily true. We're going to go to free agent tracker right now. We're going to go to it right now. Is Barkov on the market? Is McKinnon on the market? Just because they're not on the market doesn't mean we can't get other guys. That's not what that means. Let's see. Let's go to centers. Oh, Philip Tomasino, no way. Are these all the guys that got re-signed, or are these? I'm confused. What is going on with the D? They're not good. That's what's going on. They're not good. Every big free agent has re-signed. Most of them have. Most of them have. Let's see. Go out and get freaking Charlie Coyle. I don't care. Somebody. I don't care if he's 33. Go out and get yourself Nyquist. Go out and get Adam Henrique for all I care. For all I care. Hathaway needs to get off the team. He has 1 point 38 games or something like that. I agree. I agree. You can't keep starting a guy who has 1 goal and 0 assists in almost 40 games. That can't happen. It cannot happen. It's ridiculous. Oh, can you join up? Oh, sure. Sorry. I'm gonna add you. The person that just said, can I join up? I'm gonna add you. So be ready. Oh, I think they might have. Oh, I think they might have left. Okay. Can you join Noah? You can join. Yeah. Request to join. Noah's in almost every live stream, so he deserves to join. Go ahead, send a request. Oh, Kappa, I'm sorry. I didn't see your request. I'm sorry. If you're still here, I'll add you next. I'm so sorry. Did not see that. Yo, Packer, what's up? Can you invite me? I don't see the request button. If I can figure out how. No, not block account. I say trade for Giroux, bring him home. They're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. I can't find you, Noah. What the heck? Isn't he like 38? Yeah, but I don't care. Yeah, me too, Scotty. Number 28 on the jersey, number 1 in our hearts. Yeah, I miss Giroux. He's never going to play as a Flyer again, though. I'm sorry to break it to you. They're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. I'm sorry. I would love for it to happen. I'd love to get Giroux back for cheap, but it's not going to happen. Noah, you requested? Sweet. Here you go, Noah. You're joining. Noah, how we doing?
What's going on?
How are you?
Good.
Good. What questions do you have for me?
I don't know. This team is just it's killing me to watch.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yep. I agree. I agree. What's stressing you out the most with this team right now?
I mean, goaltending is like the #1 thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's bad. 3 goals on 3 shots is just actually horrific for Kolosov. And it just went downhill from there.
Yeah. I feel like Airson honestly didn't play that bad yesterday. The goals he gave up were not his fault, but he is having a very bad year. But he actually wasn't bad yesterday.
No.
Yeah. So
Like the board battles, we don't win at all.
no, not at all. There's a few guys that actually get in there and can win a puck battle. It's Barkey, Cates. That's really it. Brink. That's it.
I love the play Denver Barkey.
Yeah. Denver Barkey looks really good. He looks a lot better than Michkov right now, which is
Yeah,
Crazy to say.
Michkov. That they got time to lock him in the gym for a little bit. Maybe he'll do something.
Yeah, exactly. It's frustrating, man. It's really frustrating. What's a move you'd like to do at the deadline, Noah, if you have any?
We need to go get like a center or something because the centers for our team is just not. We don't have a good center.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. What do you want to do with Couturier? I see a lot of people in the chat saying they want to get rid of him.
I don't know. I mean, like we're paying him a lot of money, so it's like
Yeah, it's over $7 million until
yeah, it's a
2030.
lot of money for him.
It's a lot of money for anybody. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's frustrating for sure. Frustrating for sure. Quick question before I let you go and let somebody else join. If you could bring back one former Flyer and put him on the team right now, who'd you pick?
Mm. Guy be like Zach Ronaldo or a guy like that.
Yeah,
Dog.
let's go.
He's a dog.
Let's go. That's my guy. Let's go. Great answer. All right, Noah, I'm gonna let some other people join, but thank you so much for joining and thank you for watching the live. And as always, go Flyers.
Go Flyers.
All right. Joe Cavallo joined the fan club. Let's go. If you guys want to join the fan club, go ahead. Let's go. You guys get to send like stuff into the extra stuff into the chat. Thank you, Joe. Really appreciate it. Trade for number one center, move Coots to third line center. Coots should be probably on the fourth line. Coots should probably be on the fourth line. If anyone else wants to join, please request to. I'll add one more person. Love your content. Thank you so much, Joe. You've been following me for years. It's been a long time. Can I join? Yes, you can. I'll add you right now.
Yo,
What's up? How we doing?
not too great.
Yeah, same here. Same here. You watched the whole game yesterday?
No, I had to go to my great grandma's.
Ah, I gotcha.
But
Yeah, you're probably better off.
I just want to ask.
Mhm.
You say you don't want to tank, and I get that tanking sucks.
Mhm.
But how do you expect us to get better without top draft picks?
Here's what I mean by I don't want them to tank. From 2021 up until now, we have tried, we do what they define as rebuilding. I know a lot of fans don't
Okay.
see it like that because we didn't have like a top 3 pick at all.
Yeah.
We didn't get anybody crazy good, but that was their attempt at a rebuild. So if they're going to rebuild or tank again for another 5 years, first of all, that's going to be 10 or 11 years in a row they don't make the playoffs. And it's probably just going to end the same way the first 5 years did, where we don't really get anybody that good. So to me, I say you put your best guys out there, you try to win every game possible, you go out in free agency, you become spenders, you buy at the deadline, you do everything you can to try to get into a playoff spot and get this team back to where it was. That's my take.
All right.
Yeah.
See, I just feel like that method's just gonna leave us chronically mediocre. Like
So
mediocrity isn't rewarded.
I 100% agree, but I would rather get to the playoffs and lose than have, be last in the division again, last in the Metro, and have a top 10 pick, draft someone that doesn't pan out, and then we're back to square one in 3 years after that.
Yeah.
So I hope Martone ends up being a stud. I think he's going to be a very good player. I hope he is. I hope Barkey becomes a good player. I hope Nesbitt becomes a better player than what people think he's going to be. I hope Luchenko becomes an NHL player soon, even though it's not looking
Yeah.
great. But I hope Michkov ends up playing better than he is this year. But it's not looking great. So
Yeah.
I don't really know what
You
else to
said you
do.
were tired of people defending Michkov. I'm gonna defend him.
Okay.
He's a young guy. The problem is we don't have the people around him for him to have the time to develop properly. The organization needs him to be something that he can't be right now, and it's just a lot of pressure on him.
I 100% get where you're coming from. A lot of pressure for a young player. What's he, 21 years old?
Yeah.
I mean, he's like half a year
Yeah.
older than me. I mean, like
Yeah.
he's a very young guy, right? And I
Yeah.
don't when I say I'm tired of people defending Michkov, I don't want them to say, "Oh, Michkov sucks, get him off the team." That's not what I
Yeah.
want. I will defend him too in that case, but people are defending him with the season he's had and kind of making excuses, and I feel like he's better off getting a little bit of criticism and people saying it how it
Okay.
is because
Yeah.
it's not like he's playing all right and he just can't find the back of the net. He can't score. He's in a scoring drought. He turns the puck over. He can't win puck battles. He's making dumb passes. He's getting dumb penalties. It's everything. It's not like he's
Yeah.
just struggling to score, struggling to get on the board. He's struggling in almost every aspect of the game, and that's what I feel like some Flyers fans don't realize. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
I would love for him to be uh like a Celebrini where he's at the top of the game as soon as he enters the league, but
oh yeah, me too.
unfortunately,
And I feel like we kind of need somebody like that because, and I know we kind of need a tank to do that, but we've been doing that for 5 years and haven't gotten that guy yet. So that's kind of
yeah,
why I just want to. I don't want to say go all in because we don't have the team to, we don't have the assets to go all in. But I'm
yeah,
hoping, right? This person in the chat said that'll be Martone. I hope that is Martone. I hope he's the captain one day. I hope he is. But until then, stuff needs to be figured out. And it's not like this team isn't capable of winning because they showed us that they were when they were 2 points out of first place. And then they go on a
yeah,
6 game losing skid that could turn into a 9 game losing skid in the next 3 games. And
yeah.
all of a sudden,
I'm
you're
thinking about just not even like turning those games on, dude.
it might be rough. It might be. And yeah,
My
it's a shame.
see, I could live with a 6 game skid, but the problem is, on at least 5 of them, we haven't let in less than 5 goals.
We've lost every game by at least 3.
Yeah,
So
like
that's unacceptable. It's not like, oh, you're playing tough, you're losing close games, you get to overtime and you can't get it done.
yeah,
You're getting blown out, and especially by teams like the Rangers who are absolutely terrible. They're in last place.
they literally just waved the white flag.
They did, and they crushed us.
Like
It doesn't get more embarrassing.
it's the 5 goals, the 6 goals, the 7 goals. I'm sick of it.
I'm sick of
I
it too.
want to at least be able to hold on to some kind of hope without feeling delusional.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. If they were losing games 3-2, I wouldn't be freaking out like this. But they look bad, and this is the worst they've looked in a couple of years, in my opinion. I
we
mean,
need to make a trade for like Lyon from Buffalo,
yeah,
maybe like a Wolf,
yeah,
DeSmith,
yeah.
a solid goaltender. Because if we can't have good guys out on the ice, our last line of defense needs to be solid as fuck.
Yeah, I agree. And there's probably about there's two guys right now, two defensemen that are playing good hockey, and that's Sanheim and Andre. Everyone else is not playing good hockey right now on the defensive side.
Yeah.
And it's really hurting
Before
this
the
team.
trade before the trade deadline, we need a solid goalie to give us like depth other than Vladar.
Yep.
Because Erison and Kolosov, they suck.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
I didn't think it could get. I didn't think it could get worse than Erison.
Yeah.
But Kolosov literally had a 0% save percentage.
That's what I was saying like the last few weeks when everyone was like, it's time to call up Kolosov, Harrison stinks. But like I don't think people remember how bad Kolosov was last year. His save percentage was 869.
Yeah,
Like that's atrocious. Like that's not good.
yeah,
Like I don't hate calling him up because it didn't seem like it could get worse than Emerson, but unfortunately it probably did.
yeah,
And now we have both of
yeah.
them and we don't have Ladar. So I don't get it, man.
We need Vladdy back. It's
Yeah, we do. We do, 100%. 100%.
yeah. So we need a goalie before the trade deadline, and we need one solid player to put on a line with Zegers.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
One solid, not elite, but just somebody that's like, okay, I know you're probably not a fan of any Ranger coming to the Flyers. Panarin. He doesn't want an extension. They're probably going to trade him. What if we went for Panarin?
What do we give up?
Say Coots, Tippett, and a third.
Coots, Tippett, and a third? I don't think that would get it done. But obviously, I mean, I hate the Rangers. I don't want anybody on the Rangers, but I would do it.
Yeah.
I would do it.
Maybe raise that draft pick a little bit to help out. But honestly, if he's not wanting an extension, they're gonna try and get anything they can out of him.
Yeah.
They're not gonna look for something great.
Yeah, it's true. It's very true. Yeah, I mean, look, I don't like anybody that's ever been on the Rangers. I don't want any Rangers on the Flyers, but if it was Panarin and he's going to be, a first line player and he's going to play well for us, then
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit here and whine about the fact that he used to be a Ranger. I'm going to,
Yeah.
if he's wearing the orange and black, he's wearing the orange and black,
If he plays well for us, that's all that matters.
Exactly. And hopefully if he becomes a Flyer, he will do to the Rangers what he's been doing to the Flyers the last 5 years. So
yeah, hopefully. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Yeah, so that'd be nice. That'd be nice. We got to get a star player like that. But yeah,
Yeah, in my mind, ideally before the trade deadline, we get Binnington and Panarin, but we definitely don't have the compensation for Binnington.
No.
That's definitely not going to happen. St. Louis isn't going to want to trade him. But
No.
he would be amazing in Philadelphia.
He would be.
He could. I think he would probably be as popular as Travis Kelce. Like,
wow. That's a crazy take.
He's got the Philly attitude.
Yeah.
He's like an agitator. He's always trying to pick fights.
Yeah.
The Philly crowd would love him.
You normally don't see that with a goalie.
Oh yeah. The only other person you saw that with was Fleury, but he always did it in like a light-hearted manner where Binnington's kind of the other side of the coin where he's doing that like maliciously.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Well, Kappa, thank you so much for joining. I'm gonna wrap things up here, but thank you so much for joining and watching the show once again. I greatly appreciate it. I really appreciate your takes and your you getting on here and sharing your thoughts with us. So thank you so much, and go Flyers.
Go Flyers.
All right, guys. Any last thoughts before we wrap this up? I'll take a few more questions. I'm not going to add anybody else, but I'll take a few more questions before we wrap things up. Next show is Tuesday, I want to say. Tuesday, right? Oh, no. Next show is, Tuesday. We were at Vegas tomorrow. Yay. Getting outscored 21-11 in our last 5 games, that is absurd. Let's have a good 0 for 3 week this week. No. Is close up that bad, or is it also a defense problem? I think it's both, Evan. I think it's both. I truly think it's both. Yeah. But, all right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up here. Once again, thank you all so much for joining. I greatly appreciate it. You guys are the best. One more question. Thoughts on Denver Barkey? I think he's a really, a really good player. I think he's going to be a really good player. I think he's going to be a Flyer for a long time. We're turning it around tomorrow night. I hope so, but I don't know what to expect anymore. As always, look, I'm going to say this. I said this in my rant video yesterday. This logo right here, this logo means everything to me, okay? I will die for this logo. I will never, ever, ever give up on this team, ever. Am I embarrassed sometimes? Is it excruciating to watch? Sometimes, yes, but I will never give up on this team. And I ask all of you to also not give up on them. Let's go Flyers. Everybody have a great Sunday. God bless.